Even though you're off early, or late in our case, you still need to keep your wits about you.
What's happening there? Oh.
You know, he's getting off and he's trying to get back on.
Yeah.
Well, we're finally on our way to Belgium. Yeesh! Looking forward to it.
Yeah. We're on our way. We're coming up to the M25. It's past midnight because we're leaving early because we don't know what the traffic's going to be like.
Well, it's quite funny because you had a text, didn't you, because our ferry's not till 6 a.m, right? But you had a text from DFDS saying it's a 2-hour check-in.
Yeah, we had a text to say it was a 2-hour check-in. So here we are, on our way. As you can see, about to get onto the M25.
Yeah.
And you know, after pants weather today, it's improved at the moment.
Thank goodness for that, because it might have been a bit choppy and things, and we certainly didn't want that, did we?
No.
But yeah, M25 now. We'll wander on down to Cobham Services, which is the services on the M25, which does have a caravan place to stop there.
Yeah.
I probably could be doing with a wee by then anyway, so,
yeah.
You know, and then we can just see how we've gotten along. It's been dead up till now. I do like driving at night, it's brilliant.
Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this area, it's between the two airports. So you've got Heathrow Airport, where the M4 and the M25 join together, and further on down to where the M23 goes down to Gatwick. So in between that, there is just this services. Now, the signage, when you actually get into it, is, I'm going to say the word crap here, but there we go. There is just one picture. So what you do is ignore the HTV signs, follow it along to the food court area, which is now appearing on the right hand side. You can't see out of this view, but you can at your driver's window. But if you watch on the floor, the word caravan appears. Now, there are not many spaces, but this is where you'll find trailers, this is where you'll find horse boxes, etc. as well. And now, as you can see, a whole load of trucks. But it has stopped raining, so that's good, isn't it? And so we're off again. Now, the reason being is that good old American phrase, you don't know what you don't know. And obviously DFDS were telling us about potential problems around the Dover area, but, well, the check-in area actually. But based on that, we assumed that there might be the same road problems trying to get to Dover. Apologies for the husky voice here. Yes, it is still Steve, but I seem to have developed a cold overnight. Don't know why, but it's affecting my voice. Odd. Anyway, back to this. So we resume connections with the M25, heading in the right direction towards Gatwick. And then just after the Gatwick turn, the motorway changes to the M26. Not for long. The M25 goes up north, look, and down to the M20 is what we will take, which will then turn into the A20. And then this is where all the fun begins. Now, you will notice I'm already in the right-hand lane, because I passed a sign that said lorries only on the left-hand side. I thought, strange, well, I'll just pull over, there's nothing in front of me. And then you see this sign that says ferries are straight on in the left-hand lane. Then, all these bunch of cars in front of me, I can see braking lights and flashing lights. I wonder why, so I'll just slow right down and take a look. We're now seeing lorries parked on the left-hand side, waiting to get into Dover. And this goes on and on and on and on. You get the idea. Now, the whole area has got a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit anyway. But you begin to pass signs that say no trucks or lorries, really, anything over 3.5 tons in the right-hand side. But on the left-hand side is the way that you get to the actual ferries. But they're all blocked, as you can see. So, you know, there's that sign. So you will have to then go all the way to the end, so it just carries on and on and on, where you get confronted by a set of traffic lights, to which there's somebody at them anyway, controlling the lorries. Now, once you've negotiated this roundabout and go straight on towards Dover, you then start thinking to yourself, I wonder at what point do I pull back over to the left, because that's where the signs say to go and there seems to be no traffic. However, I'm sure that's not the case in the height of summer or during the day, and as you'll see, there's some other signs saying, no, you still got to move to the right. As you're beginning to do that, of course, then other signs say, no, pull back to the left. So, you know, the size of our unit, I didn't want to go in and out and in and out. We'll just stick on one lane on the inside because there's not a lot of traffic around here. Now, once you've negotiated all that lot, in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh, what about that text that Fiona got, this extra 2 hours of checking? Is that here, or is that going to be actually in the Port of Dover when you get to check in? Well, we'll find out in a minute, won't we? Because this looks fine so far. Now, at this point, I've decided that the cars and coaches lane is the one I really need to be in and not the lorries one. So I pull over a bit. Now this is really confusing because you've got to be really quick to see that one right in front of you and not that one that goes to the right, because you've got cars and coaches over there as well. Now we go in, and for the first time in our lives now, the inside lane is the only one for coaches, but everything else, look, has got a picture of a caravan on it. All about the same, much of a muchness. We pick a lane. And just to see what time it is when we finally stop, I'll pull back out, I'll zoom out a little bit, and you can see the time that we arrived from the sat-nav. Yep, just before 4 AM. And as we get nearer, first up is the French customs, and there is actually somebody in that one, so that's good. And then, you think you're nearly there, don't you, is the British one, to which there's nobody. And then something I just do not understand. Why are we moving all this lot, including the coaches, into one lane, and then reopening back up on the other side? How bizarre is that? Once you get over the bizarreness of it, you're on your way now to the ferry operators. So we are in the DFDS lane, because we're not P&O or Irish Ferry, so we're getting that one. Now, unlike getting into the customs queues, I couldn't see which side the booth was on, and therefore didn't have much choice, but here I do. I can see where the booths are. I start heading for the left-hand one and went, no, actually I'm going to go to the right, as I need to concentrate on the driving and missing the bollards which are bound to be down there, and then Fiona will have the booth on her side and could be able to handle all the requirements on that side. We learned this from the toll booth lanes. I mean, not that there are any toll booths on this trip, but you know. After you checked in, done all that, they give you a lane number. In our case, it was 97, I think it was. So you head along to that and go all the way through, and luckily for us, we're at the front. Now, are you ready? Get ready for the big reveal. How long was it? Yes, nearly 2 hours. They weren't far off DFDS then, were they?
Hello. Hey, wonder what it was. 2 seconds. Thank you. Right, and I need to put this onto reduced guard mode, which is there. Wonderful, and that's what we use for ferries. So now we'll do the umbilical cord and the handbrake on, take the umbilical cord off, otherwise I end up with a flat battery.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. slippery deck bit. We're at the back, and they're closing up, and we'll follow their barrows because I think the door's just there. Look.
Now, there wasn't a whole lot to report. I mean, the ferry crossing itself was quite good. A bit of a mill pond when you get out there. Saying that, though, that doesn't that look a bit ropey? Anyway, I'm sure it should be shouldn't be exposed. But yeah, the ferry crossing was good. Yes, and look at that. Blue sky. Fantastic. Now, there's one thing to note about this. As we found out, there are no foot passengers on the Dunkirk crossing, whereas there is in Calais. This might be a reason why it's been so busy.
Well, that's the deck that we're on. So we are just under there.
Look, there's the Dunkirk thing from the war.
Do you know what is nice though? Leaving Belgium behind with all that rain.
Yes.
Look at this.
True, look at
Blue
this.
sky. Look at it.
Ferry may not be too busy, but I stood for an hour in the queue for breakfast, stroke, dinner, whatever, with about 300 other buggers. So,
Yes. Yeah, alright then. Well, we're here. We're in Dunkirk.
yep.
Actually, it's not a bad port, thinking about it, and nowhere near as busy as Calais. Quite big.
Yeah, it's very big, quite industrial, but clean.
Yeah, very nice. We are waiting for, obviously, us to be told that we can get off the boat, but we're not yet.
And drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left. Is that right?
No, you drive
on
the right.
Drive on the right.
Yeah, is that left? No. Anyway, drive on the right. Fine. But I've remembered to do the three things. Can you remember what the three things are?
Yeah. Put the umbilical cord back on.
Number one.
Take the handbrake off.
Number two.
And do something with the alarm in the car.
Correct. Number three. And in actual fact, don't have to do anything with the thing on the car. Reduce power costs. As soon as I turn it back on, it disables it back to normal again. Oh, that was going. So yes, let's get prepared. We're off.
And so zooming back out, I can see that it's 12 minutes past 9. So we've been at this now for, I don't know, probably about 10 hours straight. I'm just going to be testing Fiona here because we'll be going down the up ramp, but let's see what she says.
Oh, we're coming up the down ramp.
No, down the upright.
Ah, well, that coffee did make all the difference then.
Exit, that's exit here. Exit would be this side then.
It was that side.
Yeah.
And then looking at Google Maps, it looks like it was fairly straightforward out of here anyway.
And a very big lump.
Yeah, remember these from last time. Oh no, it wasn't here.
Yeah. But there was one wherever we went last time, there was one.
Yes, the sleeping policemen are not on Google Maps.
France. No, in France. But not on
Oh dear, there's another one like that.
Look at the size of that.
That's huge. You slow down for that.
Yeah, and look, there's quite a few scrapes of jockey wheels on there. But I'll speed this bit up anyway.
Okay, done.
And that's it, we're on our way. Now, Dunkirk itself, obviously it's right on the very edge of France. We are not that far away from the border into Belgium. And on our next video will be that drive of an hour and a quarter into Belgium and the arrival at the Ghent campsite. And so all this leads me to do is say thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.